I'm chatting to Dr. Leila Fourie, CEO of the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Thank you so much for your time. So, Leila, your strategy to diversify revenue is definitely yielding fruit. You've got double-digit earnings growth. You've managed to up your dividend. Your diversification strategy going forward, is this going to be more of the same?
Bronwyn, we're delighted with the results. We delivered very strong and unexpectedly strong performance against a challenging backdrop, with our headline earnings up by 12%, our NPAT up by 11%. That culminated in an ROE of 19.4 versus last year, which was 17.8%. And that was really underpinned, as you say, by our deliberate attempts to diversify our revenue. We diversified the revenue across asset classes. So while our equity market was down in value traded by 9.5%, our bond market, commodities, and financial derivatives were all in very positive territory. In addition to that, we've also invested heavily in organic and inorganic growth that is non-trading related. In fact, our revenue relating to non-trading revenue is now almost R1 billion, and it now contributes 37% to our overall revenues. Our information services was up by 16%. Our JSE Investor Services is up by 20%. And if you look at the JSE Investor Services NPAT CAGR over the life of that deal since we acquired Link Market Services, that's up 62%, really demonstrating that our strategy to diversify is working.
Will you continue? Do you have room to diversify further? And perhaps we add to that, you know, the trading revenue. Do you expect the decline to continue on that side?
Trading revenue is cyclical. It does go up and down, and we will continue to focus on our core. We will continue to invest in technology and in infrastructure that enables an efficient market and trading environment. But that said, we still need to buffer ourselves against the ups and the downs of the market volatility. And so we do intend, to your initial question, to continue to diversify. We will continue to invest in the core. We will continue to invest in information services and really unlock value through new products in our very modern technology. You would have seen that we also announced a groundbreaking collaboration with Amazon Web Services, whereby the first phase of the project will be to modernize and to upgrade our back office accounting system. Now that's really talking to the core, but what we're planning to do there is to quite materially reduce our costs in that system, and then to pass those costs back to our trading members, and thereby reduce their costs and help their margins. And so this strategy is not just designed to increase our revenues generally, but also to give back to our market participants.
MiX Telematics announcing that they are going to be delisting. And many say this is a trend that continues to unfold in terms of delistings. Is it not an appropriate environment for the smaller companies that maybe find an onerous too expensive and too cumbersome from a regulatory requirement perspective?
We've actually seen a bit of a switch in the trend that we're seeing around delistings. Delistings are very much a context of the macroeconomic backdrop. Over the past sort of 5 to 7 years, we've seen uncharacteristically low interest rate environment, which meant the debt was cheaper to raise than equity. Now, with the rising interest rate and inflation environment, equity is looking much more attractive. And so we've got up to 10 listings in our pipeline in the public domain. Some of those are around unbundlings, which unlock shareholder value, such as We Buy Cars, which is going to be listing on the 11th of April. The unbundling of Boxer from
Pick n Pay.
from Pick and Pay, indeed, Rainbow Chicken, and then we've got a number of inward listings from London Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, etc. And those are in the resources or in the property REIT space. So Marilla Mining, Vanadium Resources, and then also Aurus Resources are looking at listing. So these listings are really starting to shift the trend. We are cautiously optimistic. I wouldn't say that we're out of the woods yet, but we are certainly starting to see green shoots on the horizon.
Leila, thank you so much for your time. Dr. Leila Fourie is the CEO of the Johannesburg Stock Exchange.